As we continue to build a platform for the agenda that is designed to usher in a globalist one world government, this cannot be understood without understanding multiculturalism and the Kalergi plan. And now there is a biological warfare being done against people of white European heritage. The European Union will be the demise of Europe's culture, heritage, identity, and people. And it is all due to the ideological properties of Richard Kalergi. One of the intellectual founding fathers of the European Union, the Austrian diplomat, outlined his plans for overall implications of the EU and in his book Practical Idealism. If you recognize all of Kalergi's plans, it is interesting to note how his plans are actually slowly coming through into contemporary Europe. Kalergi wanted his dream for a one-world government with its foundations within the European Union. He hoped that the European Union project would be the substructure for a society completely run by the globalist elite over a completely powerless population. He said he wished to see the end of national sovereignty and self-determination and nationalism and even the concept of it. He believed that nation states should be eradicated through multiculturalism. He said that a society that is racially and ethnically diverse can be easy to control by the political establishment. According to Kalergi, a population in which a people are diverse and multicultural are easily controlled as they have no common identity to unite them in the event of a political crisis or corruption within the government. And so a diverse population will be easy to control through the means of divide and rule. The newly arrived immigrants will be pitted against the native and majority population, while both sides believing that they were a persecuted minority, deteriorating the system that is rigged against their favor. Over the years, the European Union has crumbled aspects of national sovereignty for nation states, often making national law subordinate to that by the unelected figures at the head of the international organization. There has also been an attempt to chip away at any national sentiments or any nation-oriented social projects by policies such as freedom of movement or movement of free people, or Angela Merkel's open-door policies towards Syrian refugees. It is noted that most of Kalergi's text is still celebrated and upheld by many leaders of the European Union. The Kalergi plan was created in his honor to be awarded to European figures who helped promote his plans. One of those figures are, of course, Angela Merkel, Herman van Rompuy, the former Prime Minister of Belgium and current President of the European Council, and then Pope Francis, the false Catholic, and the Marxist-Leninist Pope. The Kalergi plan is still present in the minds of many Europeans today. Many European leaders and elites oppose President of the United States, Donald Trump, because Kalergi envisioned North America as being under the one world government. It could have succeeded under Hillary Clinton, but Donald Trump has shown his openly hostility to the idea of multiculturalism and further immigration into the United States. He has also preached an isolationist foreign policy, and he seems to be drawing the lines between classic nation states than any other president from both the Republican and the Democratic Party. He has been perceived as an end to Kalergi's plan of world domination. Now, we see Middle Eastern, Southeast Asian, and African hordes coming in and flooding into every Western European country. You look at how many of the nation's capitals, white people have become a minority in many of their cities, whether that be the UK, France, Germany, Belgium, and just many other Western European nations. The European Union and many left-wing parties around Western Europe complain about overpopulation when white native Europeans have children, but the second many of them have less kids, or they have less kids due to the fact that their nations have been industrialized, they complain about the birth rates being way too low and flood the countries with non-white immigrants that don't share their values simply because they have a higher birth rate. One of the reasons the EU has shown many hostility towards Poland and Hungary is because they have decided to prevent all and any immigration from coming into their countries. They are probably the most nationalistic countries in Europe. Another interesting fact about Kalergi is that he viewed mixed race people as more superior than ethnically or racially homogenous people because he viewed them as easier to control due to the fact that they have no rooted identity. And what we are witnessing is a biological warfare. Why genocide is a serious thing going on? A genocide doesn't have to be done through the means of mass extermination. It can be done through genetic dilution, by breeding a race out of existence. It could be through population displacement, telling the majority or native population that their heritage and identity is not worth protecting, or a myth fabricated through oppression. This is what I will call biological warfare. Let's say if we depopulated the Japanese and replaced them with Haitians. Do you think it will be the same prosperous nation it once was? Of course not. It will become what Haiti is like today. The truth of the matter is, if we get any first world nation and depopulate them with anybody from the third world, that first world nation will become a third world nation. The people make the country.